Aries, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. So for this week, it's just going to be a general reading. So I'm going to just be doing a past, present, and future, a 9-card spread. Then I'm going to be clarifying it with a vampire deck. I'm going to be pulling a vampire oracle, and I'm going to draw 3 yes or no questions and answers. So let's get started. So let's see what the future has for Aries. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I don't do time, but I do mention, I will do for this week, but, whether or not it will resonate, time will tell. So that's all I have to say about this. So let's get started. So for the general card for this week, it's the 8 of Swords reversed. Okay, let's look at the past. The first row, you get the King of Cups. You could be, dealing with a water sign in the past, or you've dealt with a water sign in the past, or you might have water in your chart, rising moon Venus. But this is sort of like a Pisces card, because in the back of this card you see this fish. But some other tarot readers, they believe this to be any kind of water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, whoever. So it looks like, but, aside from the zodiac signs, it looks like you had to be in a diplomatic situation. And you seem kind of like you were confident, but somehow this person still looks a bit uncertain about what they're doing or feeling and stuff like that. So somehow, the person is on top of its game, man, woman. Doesn't matter at the moment, but the point is in the past it looked like that you had to be, diplomatic about something, but you were kind of a bit uncertain. So, because then you get the 9 of Swords, and this is kind of like a nightmarish worry kind of card. You see somebody waking up from a nightmare, and you see all these other swords around them, but that's kind of more, if you look at these swords, it's not angling towards them or the person. It's more or less kind of, next to him. So, and, when you look below here at the bottom, you see there's a bit of conflict. So it could have been, that you were kind of in a conflicting situation, and it was kind of, causing you a bit of, nightmares and harm in the past. But then you end in the past with the 2 of Wands. In the 2 of Wands, and what I see here is that you made some kind of good decision. It was hard to process it. You've decided with the King of Cups, you had to process it, thinking, was this even a good idea? Because whenever people make any kind of decision, there's always fears and uncertainties, thinking, oh man, was that the right decision? Should I have done that? Yes or no? Oh gosh, maybe I chose wrong. Oh man. But it just looks like whatever in the past, decision you made, it worked out quite well for you, because there was the 2 of Wands opportunity. Because let's get to the modern, or, present day thing, right, bro? You start off with the King of Wands in present. Now this is amazing. You have King of Cups in the past and King of Wands in present. So, you could... this is kind of also fire, the card. It could be, your sign. It could be even a Leo or Sagittarius sign, or maybe you're even dealing with a Leo or Sagittarius, or maybe you have Leo or Sagittarius in your, or Aries in your, chart somewhere. But, this is, actually a really good, position to see, 2 kings in a reading. There's some kind of like powerful, maybe you're in a powerful position. Maybe you're like a leader, a CEO, or a orchestra conductor of some kind, but somehow you are in a really top position. Because, the King of Wands is a confidence card. This person is saying, I'm on top of my game. You see this person, looking, more uncertain than the King of Cups, who has a bit of uncertainty in their eyes and expression. But this person, whoever it may be, it could be you in present times, and that feels like you're on top of your game. Because then you get the 10 of Wands, and this is, it sort of looks like a bit of a promotion, because it looks like you've just, you left, whatever problems was, and this gave you opportunity. And whatever gave you opportunity, and you went out to embark it. You're Yeah, it looks like some kind of promotion, something that really worked out well, because despite that this is a burden card, because you're carrying, all of the work, whatever it may be, it just seems like it really, did you good, Aries, because then you get the Tower reversed. Now, the Tower reversed, it can be considered a catastrophic card, though technically upright it's catastrophic because you see the whole thing breaking down, but reversed, this is kind of like you're rebuilding something. And that is what I see here. When you left the past with the Nine of Wands or Swords, with fear and uncertainty, and you're rebuilding something, because you get the Tower reversed, kind of, which is like a death. Yeah, well, sort of like a death. Reverse card. It's kind of like, you're, I'm in the phase of rebirthing something. You're in the of new beginnings. And, you're thinking, wow, maybe you had to cross state line. Maybe you had to move to a different country, and everything was just all up, panicking and stuff like that, including the Tower reverse. But this is actually, saying, this needed to be, to be done, so we could actually, we'll move forward. But then when we come to the future part, you get the Chariot reversed. So maybe, what is breaking down right now is going to, move very slowly, but yet there's still progress, because otherwise, the Chariot wouldn't have shown up in the reading. And sometimes, whatever, breaks down, whether it's like you lose a lot of money, to pay heavy bills or something, sometimes, you have to wait for your finance to get back on top. But what I see here is that there's a lack of progress. And maybe, you just kind of feel, oh man, disorganized and disoriented, thinking, oh, which way do I go? But when you get the Sun afterwards, and this is kind of like, thinking, oh man, we're going through some dark times. But sometimes, you need to have rain and storms to feed the grass and the trees and the plants. Because then you get the Hangman. And this is a kind of an interesting card, because this is kind of, you just, pondering, everything that has happened in the past. And it doesn't mean anything bad, The Hangman is actually also a diplomatic card, just like the King of Cups. And when the Hangman is just saying, okay, all of this stuff happened, and we have to rebuild ourselves. And so that's what I see. It's just that you guys are in the process of rebuilding yourselves and just thinking, okay, something bad and terrible happened in the past, but it will get better. But it's interesting because I even see, for his zodiac signs, I even see a Leo sign, the Sun. I see a couple fire signs. I see water, and, one air card and stuff like that. So you could be dealing with many different people, or you may have different zodiac signs in your chart. Okay, I'm going to use a vampire deck to clarify. So let's see what clarification we have for Aries. So for the King of Cups, yes, you get the Ace of Wands. You had to decide something, and you wished upon something, and that's what, and and of course, when you wish upon anything, there's always uncertainty, and that's how, this King of Cups feels. He may be, thinking, yes, I'm on top of my, flowing game right now, but, there was a wish that you were thinking about in the past. So, and even fire and water is a steamy, beautiful, warm connection. So you could have even been dealing with a water sign or something, or maybe have water in your chart somewhere. Oof. For the Nine of Swords, you get the Eight of Knives. Goodness. Yep, you felt stuck. And maybe it was a decision to leave, because otherwise you wouldn't have gotten the Two of Wands. But, this was probably a very horrible event that happened in your past. It could have been, that you were stuck in a job that you really hated. It could have been that you were stuck in a relationship that you hated. It could have been anything bad, that was just, taking place during the past, because obviously, you had nightmares and you were stuck, or you felt stuck. Maybe you weren't actually stuck. Maybe you thought, oh man, if I'm going to be deciding on this new endeavor and stuff like that, this is kind of the fear and worry phase that many people, go through in their lives, thinking, oh man, is it even going to work out? Because for the Two of Wands, you get the Eight of Grails. Fulfillment. You made a decision, a fearful step you've taken, a powerful, strong step you've taken. You left and you found fulfillment in the past. And, it's like, this may look like one of those, like, Lord of the Rings creatures, those, what those humans used to watch in the past. I mean, but it's still a fulfilling card. It's like, this vampire, whoever it may be, has this big chalice, and hopefully they feel content in this picture, but obviously, you made the right decision, whatever it was. Because, yeah. And so for the King of Wands, you get the Six of Wands. Oh my goodness, you just can't be making this stuff up. There is a celebration and you were confident. This is you. Fire. Fire. 2 fire signs. Are you kidding? No, because this is you and you had something to celebrate, because that's why you were on top of your game. Well, something really worked out for you, Aries. Well done. Well done. The Six of Wands is a celebration card and you managed. My God. Because for the Ten of Wands, you get Justice. And this is a balance card because, despite these two, combinations feeling burdened, there was still some kind of justice. And you probably had to work really hard to find that justice, because otherwise, you wouldn't have broken, loose from the bondage and chains of those Eight of Knives. And so, right now you're probably going through the hard-working phase. Maybe you started a new job, or maybe, you just got promoted to like a leadership promotion. You're Aries, you're the Emperor card. But somehow, in the current state, you may be working really hard, but it's all worth it to you, because you worked so hard for that celebratory moment. For the Tower reversed, you get Strength. You really can't be writing this. Oh my God, I'm making this up. You were strong enough to endure the changes. You are Aries. You're strong. You can handle whatever, this transpiring transition moment is in your life, but you have strength to overcome these obstacles. And you've shown yourself that. With whatever happened in the past and present and stuff like that, you have proven to yourself you are capable of handling whatever that you had to overcome. For the Chariot reverse in the future, you get Eight of Wands. And Eight of Wands is that you are defending something, and that's why, it's kind of, moving a bit slow for you, but somehow, you are in a really, strong, position to say, I'm not going to give up. And this could be you. You could even have dark hair, long hair, you could even be, someone of a vampire yourself, hopefully. But, yeah, because you're protecting, the lack of progress, but sometimes you have to protect the seeds so they can grow into plants or flowers or trees, whatever they may be. But that is what I see, is that you are still determined. You are not going to give up on the future. For the Sun reverse, you get the Seven of Scepters. Interesting, because despite, the sun being down, and thank God, I'm not burning right now, because with the Sun card, if it was real, I would just be scorched. But back to you, the sun may be, down, and the moon may be up, or the stars may be up, but, you're still, there's something moving quite fast, towards you, you just think, it'll happen. Time will tell, because in the future I just see something slowly progressing, and you're defending whatever cause you are hoping for in the future. So for the Hanged Man, you get the Tower. Ooh, the second Tower. Well, the thing is what I see here is you're pondering, about the future, about saying, of renewal. And that's what I see here is, you're thinking about, how to, go around, all the hurdles of the renewal thing, because the Tower is considered negative, but it's, or it could be something that you're thinking about, oh man, what if I, somehow get fired or something. What I just see here is uncertainty and fear. But in all honesty, there's nothing to really be afraid of, except for fear itself. But the Tower, it just seems like, you're going to be going through quite a rejuvenating phase, but you have the Strength card, you have the Justice, you have Eight of Grails, you have, still so much positivity in your life, despite some of the darknesses. And, I love the dark, but, it will, you will survive and you will prevail no matter what. So I'm going to continue on with a Vampire Oracle, and let's see what the Vampire has for Aries. Sacrifice, exactly. It's going to be a bit of a sacrificial moment because you're going to be, it says here, a renunciation, offering, and letting go. Yep. In order for new things to come in, you have to let go. Sometimes you have to get rid of old furniture, old clothes to get in new things. And that's what I just see here is, sometimes, it's good just to kind of, let go of negativity and start welcoming in positivity, even if it's just tiny little seeds that are growing. Because, just like anything that grows, it starts out very small, and no matter what. So I'm going to finish with 3 yes or no cards. So please feel free to pause this video, and let's find out what the cards have for Aries. The Two of Pentacles. Yes. The Two of Cups. Yes. The Page of Cups. Yes. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it at this for you. I hope it resonated. If it did, please feel free to subscribe. If you love my channel, please feel free to subscribe. So I want to wish you guys a wonderful, nice, and happy week. In a few days, I'm going to go back to regular readings, love readings. And so I want to thank you guys all for supporting me. I love Aries.